For years, I've called the wilderness my home. The forest is where I find peace, and the mountains are my sanctuary. Every day brings a new adventure, a new challenge, and a new story to tell. From the icy peaks of the Rockies, where the air is thin and the views are breathtaking, to the humid swamps of the Everglades, teeming with life and mystery, I've seen nature in all its glory. Each place has its own unique beauty and challenges. My job as a park ranger has brought me face to face with beauty, danger, and everything in between. I've encountered wild animals, unpredictable weather, and the raw power of nature. I've always considered myself a practical man, someone who trusts his instincts and relies on facts. I document everything meticulously, always prepared for the unexpected. But some experiences defy explanation. Strange lights in the sky, eerie sounds in the night. These are things that can't be easily understood or explained. They stay with you, haunting the edges of your reality. These moments make you question what you know and push the boundaries of your understanding. This is one of those stories, a tale that lingers in the mind, a mystery that remains unsolved, and an experience that forever changes the way you see the world. It was late summer in the heart of Kentucky's Daniel Boone National Forest. I was on a solo camping trip, something I did often to clear my head and reconnect with nature. The familiar weight of my pack, the crunch of leaves underfoot, the scent of pine needles, these were my constants, my comfort zone. I'd chosen a secluded spot deep in the woods, far from any marked trails. This part of the forest was untouched, pristine. The first night passed without incident. The forest seemed peaceful, almost serene under the moonlight. But as dusk settled on the second day, a strange feeling washed over me. The shadows seemed to stretch longer, and the air grew heavier. It started subtly, an unnatural stillness in the air, a prickling at the back of my neck. The usual rustling of leaves and distant calls of wildlife were absent. The forest, usually alive with the sounds of insects and birds, had fallen unnervingly silent. It was as if the entire woodland was holding its breath. I told myself it was nothing, just my imagination playing tricks. Yet, the silence was deafening, and the stillness felt almost palpable. But the feeling persisted, growing stronger as darkness descended. Something felt off, different. The twilight seemed to bring with it an air of foreboding. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, urged to move. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig made my heart race. The forest had transformed into a place of unseen eyes and hidden whispers. Then I saw them. Through the dense trees, flickering lights danced. They were unlike anything I'd ever seen, shifting in color and intensity. Emerald green morphed into a deep, pulsating violet. The lights moved silently, almost playfully between the trees. Fear turned my blood cold. My rational mind searched for an explanation. Swamp gas, bioluminescence, anything to explain the impossible, but deep down I knew this was different. This was something else entirely. The lights appeared again the next night, closer this time. They pulsed with an eerie energy, casting long, distorted shadows that danced around me. The silence was still there, heavy and unnatural. It was as if the entire forest was holding its breath, watching me. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end. I felt a primal fear, a deep, unsettling feeling that I was in the presence of something ancient and unknowable. The last thing I remember from that night was a blinding flash of light. It was so intense that it felt like it pierced through the very fabric of the night, illuminating every shadow and crevice in the forest. I was enveloped in a kaleidoscope of colors, swirling and pulsing around me. The colors danced and twisted, creating patterns that seemed almost otherworldly, as if I had been transported to another dimension. The silence broke into a deafening roar. It was as if the forest itself was screaming. Then everything went black, and I felt a strange sensation like I was falling into an endless void. I woke up the next morning, disoriented and confused, in the driver's seat of my truck. The dawn light was just breaking, casting a soft glow over the forest. My gear was neatly packed in the bed, and the truck was parked on the side of the dirt road, miles from my campsite. It was as if someone had meticulously organized everything while I was unconscious. I had no memory of getting there. The entire experience felt surreal, like a dream I couldn't quite shake off. I was left with more questions than answers, wondering what had truly happened that night. To this day, I can't explain what happened in those woods. I've revisited the site countless times, searching for any rational explanation. But the truth is, some things can't be explained. The experience left me with more questions than answers, but it also deepened my respect for the unknown. The wilderness holds its secrets close, reminding us that we are just visitors passing through a world far older and more mysterious than we can comprehend.